Alright, what's up, guys? I'll be honest, there's a good reason I quit this trash ass server. I just did an ICC 25. It took like an hour and a half, 2 hours. We killed 6 bosses. We had me, Tanky, and Worry doing over 20k DPS, pumping the meters. And there were players doing like 3k DPS, like fucking this kind of shit right here. Like, look at this, 5k DPS from this guy. Now, obviously, this is from a guild of Jajas and shit, but I'm just pointing out this right here was Ruby Sanctum, right? But we did this on my warrior, 6 bosses, 2.5 hours. Guess what? Deathbringer's will dropped. That got ninja'd. 3 BOEs dropped. Those didn't get rolled off. 3 Primordial Serenite dropped. Those didn't get rolled off. Yet nobody's gonna get banned for ninja, and that's all fine. Now I just did a Ruby Sanctum on my mage, and like I was having a fucking whisper here, and like this a conversation. Just a bunch of racist Mexicans is what I got into a raid with essentially, right? These dudes pretty much routinely scam people, and they fucking kicked me from the raid. They were like, "Ha, fuck this gringo, fucking el cabrón, blah blah blah, whatever," right? I don't give a fuck. What guild were they in? Um, Let me double check. I have it up on the armory. Wipe Masters. So their guild was Wipe Masters, right? And most of them just logged off. But these guys right here, this guild, they ninja'd everything in a Ruby Sanctum after they kicked me out. Okay. So first off, I'm carrying the Ruby Sanctum. Obviously here I got kicked, but let's show here. Right, this fight. Actually, I was pretty fucking dog shit. Okay, here we go. Me and my friend Jeters. So Jeters gets fucking kicked. Me and Jeters are carrying the meters. Olivia Dorr, I don't know if this guy was still in the raid by the end. No, no, no. Olivia Dorr got kicked too. Okay, so all the mages at the start of the raid got kicked because some guy, some warrior, it was a warrior at the start of the raid, was using heroic throw and throwing an axe at the ads, bringing the ads to the fucking bosses. And there were idiots ninja pulling. And so their raid was troll as fuck and took like an hour to clear Ruby Sanctum. And me and Jeters are pumping the meters. We're doing the damage. We're carrying. Jeters ends up getting kicked before the end of the second boss for absolutely no reason. And the only reason he got kicked was because someone said it was a mage who did it. It was a mage who did it. Meanwhile, the warrior goes and ninja pulls the second time on the second boss, and I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? You're gonna let somebody ninja pull again, and you're gonna blame us. So we wiped the second boss. So we have a second attempt on the second boss. They finally kick the warrior after kicking Oliviera and Jeters, right? The two top carrying mages, Bis mages, right? They waste our time bringing us to the raid and not letting us roll on loot and shit. You know, we're Bis, who cares? But these fucking idiots do that shit, and this type of shit happens in every Iceclown raid ever. Iceclown is absolutely terrible to play on. Um, yeah, so then we go to General Zerithian. I AFK for the majority of the fight. I did like 8k DPS. That's why I was like, I'm carrying the meters, and I looked, I'm like, huh? I did no damage. Like, I'll be honest, I was AFK the entire fight. Look at the Unholy DK with the Wandering Plague and spreading his dots onto the ads. Look at this shit. Death and Decay, his #1 damage for this fucking dude. He did like 300k on the ads. These guys are clowns, honestly. Like, they're pumping the meters. This guy actually did a lot of single target, but he still did a lot of damage to the ads. But like, look at these guys. They're killing the ads instead of the boss, right? 100% of my damage was the boss, and then I was like, wow, these guys are idiots. I just fucking sat there and I all tabbed out. I was trying to talk to Jeters. I was like, bro, like, why'd they kick you? And he's like, I don't know, man. They just fucking kicked me for no reason. Meanwhile, we're carrying the raid. Hallion, we get to Hallion. I'm over here. I have fucking remove curse, right? I go to remove curse on this guy, and instead of going to the opposite side, so he's at the circle, and you're supposed to go to the court to the edge, right? And I have the timer for the fucking dispel for 2 seconds, 3 seconds, right? 1, 2 seconds. He runs to this side and then gets dispelled in the middle of the raid. One dispel because this idiot doesn't go to the right section, and they kick me from the raid right then and there. because this idiot dispels it right in the middle of the raid. The idiot did not position properly and didn't go to the proper thing. He was just standing in the middle of the raid for the entire duration, right? And then they kicked me. Okay. And then I'm just like, oh, okay, well, y'all a bunch of bitches, but let's see if you can clear the content, right? They wiped like 3 or 4 more times following that because my buddy Tanky is in Discord talking to me while we're doing this. He's solo tanking Shadow because they're too incompetent to tank Shadow. Their tank is fucking sitting AFK in fire going, I'm a good tank. I sit in fire and do nothing all day. And meanwhile, Tanky's solo tanking fucking Shadow with like one healer because their 2, 3 healers died in Shadow because they're trash. And then when the boss dies, they go ahead and kick 5 or 6 guys who needed the loot. It was fucking PTS. It was the male boots and um Penumbra's necklace. And then they don't even let nobody get any of the loot. They just kick the motherfuckers that need the loot. And then they're like, okay, time to roll the loot off. It sounds like the same shit, scummy shit that happened when I was fucking running like 17 raids on Iceclown on this server with those Balkans, right? The way raids went with me is I was running like 10 heroics every raid, and I guess I must have inspired some people to ninja too because the fucking officers in my guild would loot ban people by just simply kicking them from the raid. DBW heroic drops, rogue gets kicked. Sorry, you need to be replaced. Doesn't get to roll on the items. Another rogue, sorry, you need to be replaced. You're loot ban, you're trash, you're not good enough. Time to roll DBW, and the only people who need it are the two officers that needed the thing, right? And I'm thinking nothing of it. I'm just like, yeah, do what you need to do, refill my raid, get rid of the shitters, okay? I just want to succeed. I'm calling the shots. I'm like, fucking DSAC, this, that, combat res, let's go, move it, move it, move it. I gotta do like I'm on a schedule to do like fucking 2, 3 LODs a week and shit, or a day, fucking running raid after raid after raid, right? I'm pumping the fucking meters. I'm trying to get the raids out. Like, here you can see LOD, HC, I've done it all. But this is what happened when I was running my own guild. I gave the responsibility to the officers, and they end up fucking ninja people. I had like 7 officers get banned for ninja looting. So everybody on this fucking server seems to ninja loot. Everybody. I dealt with 2 raids back to back ninja looting, and that's why I don't play on this server. There's no honor on this server. None of the loot means anything. Like, I got Blood Surge Kel'Thuzad, Heroic Spindle, CTS, PTS, or Phylactery, sorry. All this gear, and none of this shit means anything, honestly. Being Biss on Lordaeron means something. It means I did something, right? Let's see if I could turn this off and pull up my fucking Lordaeron character instead. Like, getting this much gear on Lordaeron means more to me. Let me see. Yeah. Getting this much gear on Lordaeron, this is 5'8" for tank. This is 6'1" for DPS. This much, right? And getting shards, collecting shards and getting Shadow more, and I'll be like 6'5", 6'5" or so at some point. I'm gonna be a fucking geared player essentially on Lordaeron, and Lordaeron matters so much more than Iceclown. Iceclown is a dog shit server, and you should quit this server. Especially when every single raid you come to, every raid you go to is going to have ninja looters as the raid leader. It's gonna have trolls. It's gonna like you are literally not a person. Okay, when I was raid leading on Icecrown, nobody was a person. There were no humans. You were either a good player or subhuman trash that needs to be discarded. Okay, like I'll be honest, that's exact mentality that I had as a raid leader, and it was sad. It was sad and despicable because I did not get to build any relationships with anybody unless they proved themselves to be far beyond the average incompetent idiot. Um, and that's not how the game is supposed to be. Nobody gets taught how to play the game. You don't even get a chance to learn the mechanics in Icecrown. You just go to a raid and you're like, yes, I know the tactics. And when you don't know the tactics and you make a mistake, you get kicked immediately from the raid and you get told you're trash, kill yourself, you lose, blah, 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 right? It's all terrible fucking shit. It is dehumanizing. It is unsatisfying. The raids are easy as fuck when good players play them, and they're impossible to do when bad players play them. Because at the end of the day, the goal on Icecrown is more than just like the goal on Icecrown is not to clear the content, but to troll the content. Like me, Tanky, and fucking Jeters went into a raid and we said, all right, we're just going to troll these guys if they don't fucking like if they don't deliver us a good raid, right? It was like if they waste our time and troll us, we're gonna troll them back, and that's what we did in the first group before we joined the ICC guild. So or like ICC run. So we went to a rep farm. The guy had us go in and out 3 times, killing trash because he didn't realize that there's a bug on Warmane that if the leader logs out and in, that it resets the entire ID. So we have to go out and in 3 times in a row, and then half the raid ends up leaving, and there's only like 13 people left, and we said, "Fuck this shit, we're out too. Like you're wasting our time." And the guy was proud and saying, "Hooray! I got my hero, my Ashen Band exalted." Right? The guy strung us along to do rep farm, and said that he was forming ICC so he could rep farm with BIS players and shit. And so we're over here wasting our time. Then we go and we join a different group. The guy ninjas the DBW and the BOEs, like I said at the beginning of the video. And then we go and do this Ruby Sanctum. And there's like 3 ninja pulls. There's a bunch of trolls. Then the guys are racist as shit. They kick fucking people for no reason that do the proper tactics. Meanwhile, the idiot is sitting in the middle of the raid with the fucking fire debuff exploding. Honestly, if you are playing on Icecrown, by the way, like get rid of that guild. What was it called? Main something? White Masters. White Masters is the name. Ignore all the people on that guild list. Like, you do not want to raid with those retards. Anyways, I'm just suggesting that if you play on Icecrown, you should highly consider playing on Lordaeron. Yes, it takes more commitment, it takes more time, but honestly, leveling on Lordaeron with a friend is enjoyable. Making friends on Lordaeron is enjoyable. Every person you interact with matters on Lordaeron. There is a single individual, and yes, there are people considered retards or bad or trash, but even then, like this right here, the Flat Azeroth Society, this is a guild of like noobs that can't clear 25-man bosses. But I have a tune in their guild and they're fun as fuck to be around and they have fun and they're friendly and enjoyable and shit. And it's a cool ass guild of cool, like, casual players. I got nothing against them. They're great. I mean, maybe they're not hardcore enough for me to clear, like, to be able to clear 25-man content as a guild. Sure. I'm not like happy with the way their guild is running 25-man content, sure. But that doesn't make them less than human. It doesn't make them worse players. But at the end of the day, when you're playing and you're on a server that's not buffed, there's no buffs on the content, there's no changes to the original Wrath content. You're playing with yeah, like look at this. I have a blacklist for trolls on Lordaeron because that's how little trolls there are. Like I think you guys seen like Sindari, yeah, 2 people blacklisted, and that's it. And it shows up anytime they log in, so I know. Like this is how little trolls I've met on Lordaeron so far. Ignore list. I think this is from like even 2018 ignore list. My ignore list is incredibly small on this server. It's just so much better than Icecrown. I had over 15,000 players ignored on Icecrown at one point. Like my ignore list was like I had to scroll like I was fucking going through social media because there was so many people that just ninja looted items or fucking trolled or had ill intent and just wanted to waste people's time on Icecrown when I was actively playing there. It was such a bad server. And the worst part, not buff content, regular content. Marigar has 23 million health. You can probably 4-man the boss with fucking BIS players. I have 3-man Marigar on fucking 10-man normal with a BIS bear and 2 shadow priests. It was easy as hell. Like, come on. Like, it's a joke. All you gotta do is do like 20k DPS per person that you can. I don't even know, man. I don't even want to get into it. Long story short, Icecrown seems cool. It seems great. Times 7 XP. Oh, this is amazing. I can make every level 80 I want. The fucking raids are fast and efficient and quick. It's like, yes, this is so good. But realistically, that itch to do real raiding, to do real content, to kill the Lich King in all of his glory and shit, it's not there on Icecrown. You go in, you're like, woo, let's kill the Lich King. Do, 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 do. Okay, he's dead. Bye. And you finish the Lich King within 30 minutes to an hour, and everyone was pumping 30k DPS here. Let me see. Do I have any recounts? Like, Marigar. Uh, Let me see if I can find the recount here. I think yeah, whatever. I'll show the damage for this. I'll swap the thing. What the fuck? Okay, yeah. So right here, you can see the recount. This is the damage done. Like you can see that players were pumping 16k, 12k, 11k. I died, but like six players were pumping way over 10k, and this guy right here was like 5k gear score. That's how easy it was. Like the content on Iceclown is so fucking easy. And like players are still really bad. Like they don't even learn their class. You can do 5k DPS with no gear at all and not knowing how to play your class. You have like fucking triple hit rating trinkets and shit. 47 hit. I've seen people with 47 hit rating on Ice Crown and they don't play at all. They're just so bad. I don't know. I'm kind of like rambling at this point, but long story short, the server sucks. It is so bad, and I'm just fucking ranting and raving because um, the players like I've seen it time and time again. Every fucking pug, people, innocent players getting kicked in favor of trolls and idiots staying in the group because they're friends with the leader or the leader wants to ninja them items. Like I was running a guild where it happened in my own guild and I had to reprimand the players. And even at some points, I wasn't able to do anything. I was powerless to stop the ninja looting. Why? Because when I was the fucking leader of the guild, the fucking officers of the guild had said, if you kick my friend, I'll leave. Right? You kick this officer, and five of the other officers will leave, and they'll take 9 or 10 of the core raiders, who will take another 16 of the other core raiders, and you'll be left with a guild of like a third of what you originally had, right? Like that's the type of like behavior that you have on Warmane, and it's mostly like gang-like behavior on the server. It's gang-like behavior where it's all fucking just thieves and scum, and the server's terrible, honestly. On Ice Crown, it's just like all scum and thieves and shit. On Lordaeron, I've only been ninjaed like once in the last like 3 months that I've been playing, one time, and that was over some BOEs that he argued that he reserved without saying that he reserved them. He said he reserved them before the raid, and he just didn't advertise them as reserved. And I bitched around about that, said you're a ninja, but it's whatever, and I didn't really care. So it wasn't that big of a deal. So it's just some BOEs. I didn't get ninjaed for any raid loot. There was no STS or CTS that got ninjaed. People have respect on Lordaeron compared to Ice Clown. Honestly, people can play their class. Okay, we were wiping on the Lich King normal right earlier today, and I was like, "Oh my god, my guild sucks so fucking badly. Why can we not kill the Lich King?" I'm looking at the heal meters, and the Resto Shaman is pumping over 10,000 heals per second, and the Holy Paladin is doing about 9,000 heals per second. Meanwhile, you see, let's look at the healing done on this shit. Healing done 6,000, 3,000, 2,000, 600. Like what? What the fuck is this? Oh, wait, this is a Ret Pala. Yeah, so I mean, I think two of the healers died. Yeah, two of the healers died on this pull. But honestly, 2,000, 3,000 heals per second, 3,000 heals from a druid, like, come on. On a pull where the guys died. Let's look at the general. General Zerithian. Look at this 6k, 5k, and their 6k gear score, and people are taking a lot of damage. 3k healing, same. 3k, 3k, 3k. And this guy was a fucking shadow priest, right? And this guy's over here. What the fuck is this? Like, he's a disc priest, not using any bubbles at all. He used no bubbles the entire fight. Like, think about that. You have disc priests that aren't using disc abilities. What? Oh my god, bro. Like honestly, I'm just saying like fucking Icecrown is so fucking bad. Ninjas everywhere, ninjas galore, fucking racist galore. Then the guys that get banned for racism aren't even racist. They're just people that Warmane doesn't like. If you got fucking like Hispanics calling you gringo, cracker, or whatnot, you're gonna be like they're fine. But the moment you say anything like in regards to them, you're banned, right? If you criticize Warmane staff, banned for fucking like not staff impersonation, staff disrespect. You say anything bad about Warmane, server disrespect, right? But fucking you can I don't know, like I feel like it's futile just like saying all of this. I said everything that I need to say. I think like fucking at this point I've just gotten my piece out, and I don't think I need to say anything. Like look at this, they're spamming the same fucking thing over and over. And then look at global. Yeah, I posted this shit like fucking once every like 6 minutes. Scammer alert. Yeah, look at this. Other people getting reported for scamming. Boost runs. Same dude getting fucking called a ninja by other people too. Like, scammer alert. Boost runs. Like, all you get to do on this are boost runs, boost runs. Yeah, let me spend my gold. Like, okay, let me don't whip out my credit card, donate to Warmane, go buy some boost runs, buy some gear from the shop, go try to join a raid and get kicked from the raid for no reason and realize that the server is fucking trash. That there's no fucking English speakers and that the majority of the server is just so fucking garbage that players can't even do normal ICC. Like, we did ICC 25, 6 bosses. We barely killed Festergut, and they couldn't even, like, kill Velithria, like, the Velithria trash. We couldn't even kill the Valkyrie on Velithria because the gauntlet was too complicated for the raid. We couldn't kill Blood Prince Council. Meanwhile, on Lordaeron, the bosses have 50% more health. Blood Prince Council has 31 million health, or 31.9 million health, while on Icecrown it has like 20 million. There's half the enraged timer. The bosses deal like triple damage. Like, they have like double health, triple damage, fucking 50% of the enraged timer, and players are still clearing the content while fucking knowing everything about the boss and knowing the content, the tactics, and everything. It's so good on Lordaeron compared to Iceclown. Iceclown is so bad. And when you actually play on both servers, you get to see the differential, right? When you go from Lordaeron and then you play on Icecrown and do guild rating, you're like, wow, Iceclown is so much better. And it honestly is, honestly. Like if you do guild raids on Iceclown, you'll be able to do 8 heroic bosses, 12 out of 12, 8 heroic, as long as you donate for gear and you buy like 6k gear score and shit, buy a bunch of dis items, and you sneak your way into a guild that wants to like progress, you'll be able to do all the heroic content. It's super easy. But that's if you want to skip through. Whereas on Lordaeron, you have to grind and grind and grind to get your gear. You have to fucking find a guild, right? Step 1, find a guild. Step 2, dedicate yourself to that guild. Step 3, help your guild build itself up to maximum. Step 4, make sure your guild can do heroics. Work your guild to do heroics. Build up the fucking heroics teams, right? Like, all of this shit takes time and effort. But the journey is what it's really about. You're actually getting to experience and play Wrath like the way it was supposed to be played. Like how we played it back in 2008 and 2009 when you were playing a spell power hunter with trash gear and you just like, ooh, look, purples. Look, plus green items, plus green stats. This is such a good item. And you swap your fucking attack power blue level 76 necklace for the fucking spell power necklace that was 200 item level, and you were just like, hooray, I'm a hunter and I got purple gear, I'm doing so good, and you're completely clueless on it, right? Like the same feeling back then is how you get it now, but like you're competent, you know how to play the game, but the server's just harder and it forces the noobs to learn the game, right? And you like, you either put up or shut up on Lordaeron. Whereas on Iceclown, you get to skirt by with the skin of your teeth. You only need like 6 BIS players to clear the entire raid, and you could do all the content on like fucking 13 man. It's so easy. Now, if you've never done the content, if you've never done LOD, if you've never done Lich King, I highly recommend just going to Iceclown, donating for some gear real quick, buying yourself a Bistune or farming some gold, then getting a Bistune, because the gold is easy as fuck to farm. But getting yourself a Bistune or something, or 6K gear score, you can do some raids. Level, okay, so do this, right? You're trying to do heroic content, you're playing on Lordaeron, right? Let's go to Lordaeron. Let's level up a level 1 character to 80. It's going to take a really long time, 2-3 weeks of pure raw in game time, which is like 3 months for the average casual player. Okay, so we're taking 3 months to level up on Lordaeron. We want to raid. We want to raid now. Make a character on Icecrown. Spend 6 hours of in-game time. Maybe get boosted. Buy some gold from the website, right? You spend like $10, make your account premium. Do yourself that favor. Um, and then you skip the queue, play on Icecrown, sell the coins for gold. Now you're rich. You got like 30,000 gold or something. Pay some people to boost you in some dungeons. You'll be 80 within like 6 hours. I remember the fastest I ever got was 6 hours. Maybe you'll slower, 12, 24 hours. You'll be 80 within the day, right? Because it's times 7 XP. Plus you can skip most zones. You don't have to like do quest to quest, and you don't have to do inefficient quests. It's super fast. You'll be 80 within the day. And then guess what? You do Foz Pause, 5,000 gear score, just farming regular Triumph emblems and shit. The dungeons are weaker on Icecrown. They're so weak you could like one shot the boss at one point. Like some of the dungeon bosses, you just fireball, fireball, fire blast, boom, done, dead. Like insta kills. Um, yeah, dungeons, you farm those within a few days, max. You get into a raid, you come with low gear, easily, you get fucking geared up. Maybe you do a raid or two, and all of a sudden your 6K gear score, you were able to kill the Lich King instead of like 2 bosses on Lordaeron, and you're a fully fleshed out geared player ready to do heroics, and you're able to learn all the mechanics within 2 weeks of joining on Icecrown. I shit you not, it's that fucking easy. You join a guild and you'll be geared up in no time. Especially if you join a few pugs while you're low geared, and then you go and join the guild while you're higher geared. So much faster and easier. Like never ever ever join fucking guild raids when you're low geared. It's pretty much worthless because why you benefit more from slash rolling on every item that you need, and if you need every item because you're low geared, it's so much better. But if you only need one item, then you want to do geared raids in the guilds so you can get the geared item. Like you can get that one specific item. But anyways, the whole idea is to fucking go to these raids, learn the mechanics, learn the content while you're leveling up on Lordaeron. And by the time you're 80 on Lordaeron, you're actually able to do the content. Plus, you get a free Death Knight. At level 55, you can make a Death Knight. And if you're a premium account, you can make that Death Knight a level, at the beginning. You don't need to wait. So if you donate that $10 to fucking, to Warman, you can just make 10 Death Knights on your fucking, account anytime you want. Even on Lordaeron. So it's completely worth it. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, you guys really should just move to Lordaeron if you're playing on Icecrown. I know I made a decent case, but, um, no, yeah, like, this shit is just so bad on Icecrown. I've tried it so many times, and I was running an LOD factory. I was in an LOD factory. I was running the 8HCs. I was running everything, doing it all. And it was cool while I was doing it. It was fun for a little while, but honestly, it gets boring really fucking quickly. Like life in a guild like Fade or Eat My Crits isn't as amazing as you make it out to be. Only thing about it is, ooh, look at me. I can make a raid with 20 BIS mages, one tank, one healer, and like a few casters to boost those mages, and we can do some cool shit that's never been done before. But like realistically, no normal raid comp is ever going to do ICC like that. You're probably not going to do the rest of the raid like that. You probably brought other people to the raid, wasted the ID so nobody gets any loot, but it doesn't matter because you're Biss and you're trying to do special, unique shit to get #1 on the leaderboard. So look at us, we did the fastest Lich King kill. But did you really? Did you speed run the raid? Did you do anything like in regards to like a realistic composition or a realistic raid? Not really. You just went for a leaderboard kill and you got it. So I don't like the idea of hunting leaderboard scores on fucking Warmane. I I was part of that for a bit. Not a fan of it. I think doing LOD is cool. Doing all the content, like doing heroic shit, is cool. I think if you're not completing all the content, you're missing out, and I don't like that. I don't like anyone missing out if I can avoid it. No, yeah, but like you guys really just need to like learn the content yourself before coming to Lordaeron and moving and making the move to Lordaeron. And even if you don't know the content, there are some guilds on Lordaeron that are actively progressing the content, even with the buff bosses and content. You know, there's a lot of competent people out there that are doing like, high healing, high DPS and shit. Like I said earlier, my guild is pumping the meters, 10k heals per second and stuff. That's a lot of healing, okay? That's a lot of healing for not having the 30% buff. And if you're doing that much, that means you're doing efficient healing. So I highly gotta recommend to join Lordaeron and play on here. It is so much better than the other option, and everyone flocks to Iceclown. There's so many people on this server. Oh yeah, Iceclown is so good, yes. But like, you go there and there's no substance. The quality is complete dog shit. You're like, yes, 12,000 players. Let me get a taste. Fuck, dog shit. Tastes like shit. Every single player here is shit. Like every single fucking time you play on Icecrown, you just walk away bitter, depressed. You're like it's like your wife just got fucked right in front of you and there was nothing you could do about it. Like it's that bad of a feeling. Like this server is just trash, okay? Like this server is just so fucking dog shit. And you guys don't understand until you've played Lordaeron and you know how good you can have it, bro. You know how good you can have it. Now I'm not gonna lie, there's a few raids where the raid leader's a fucking moron and he'll sit there and he'll wipe on Sarfang 2 times and he'll be like, low DPS, raid over. But if you're smart, if you join a raid with a decent raid leader on Lordaeron, which is like 80% of them, 20% are idiots. Usually you go to the raid leader and he's like, ja, 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 come on in, your 4K gear score, come on in, come on in. No, not checking for any gear, no, not checking for achievements. Bro, if you want to know if you're in a shit raid, just inspect the people, and if they got Mark of Supremacy and Shard of Retardacy, you're going to fucking have a good raid. You're gonna have needle encrusted retardation, and you're gonna have never ever melting DPS crystal. If you see those, right, it's the Forge of Souls final boss trinket, the Pit of Sauron final boss trinket, and the hit rating trinkets. If you see any of those, you know that the players in your raid are complete and utter dog shit. They're trash and they don't know how to gear. What you should do is you should never see a Pit of Sauron trinket. You should never see a Forge of Soul trinket. And you should never see hit rating trinkets. If you want a good raid, right? So yeah, at the end of the day, just make sure you guys join like competent raids. And 90% of the raids on Lordaeron are competent raids, and very few are wiping at Sarfang. But some are wiping at Sarfang, right? And then another thing, you can swap two DPS so you don't wipe at Sarfang, and you have a good time on Lordaeron. Obviously, it's going to be hard. Blood Queen, Professor Putricide, Syndragosa, Lich King, they all require tactics. They require mechanics. You step in the defile, you take damage, you take like fucking 5 times damage, right? You fucking die quick. Okay? Um, Sarfang, he does lots of damage. You don't spread, you die. You die. You don't kill the spikes on Marigar, they die. You don't do the damage, you wipe. Like, I mean, the mechanics actually get taken care of on fucking Lordaeron. Lady Death Whisper, you ignore the ads. They turn into monsters. And you die. Gunship, You don't kill the sorcerer, you die. Fucking Festergut, Rotface. Festergut spores. You don't do the spores right, you die. Rotface. You eat the slime, you die. Professor Putricide. You eat all the fucking malleable goo, you don't do enough damage, he berserks, you die. Blood Prince Council, fucking you don't spread properly, you stay stacked up, you die. I'm sorry, I'm a broken record. I'm gonna keep it up for the last three bosses though. Blood Queen, you fuck up the fire. You put the fire in melee. Maybe you fuck up the link. Too long on the link. 3 seconds. You take 3 seconds to combine the link. You die. Oh man. What's the last one? Valithria and fucking Cindy, right? Like so fucking um Valithria. You Valithria is almost impossible. Like let's be real. It's good shit. Syndragosa though, you stack the tombs up together, you die. Lich King, don't heal infest within 2 seconds, you die. Don't get out of the defile within a second, you die. Oh, also Soul Reaper, you don't get to eat that as a solo tank, and you're just like, I'm a solo tank. I got 30 million health. I got 100,000 health. I'm fine. Nope. You eat that, you die. I'm just saying, this fucking server is great. Like, Lordaeron is great. Iceclown is trash. Don't play on this trash ass dog shit server, bro. If you're playing on Iceclown, you should really fucking leave this trash ass server. Every fucking player is a fucking thief, ninja, zero honor, zero respect. They kick you from raids. They bring you to raids if you're BIS. They're like, oh, please carry us. And if you have fucking BIS players in the raid, then they usually take their dog shit friend. Oh, my 2K gear score hunter friend that needs every item. And then when you need items, that 2K gear score hunter is going to need on every single item. He's going to take it from you. He's not going to earn the item, but he's going to take it from you. So you're going to be salty that the fucking idiot stole your item. The BIS player is going to leave your raid. Your raid is going to go to shit. Nobody's going to be doing any damage. You're going to wipe on Sarfang 3 times on Iceclown. I'm telling you, this shit has happened before. Why? Because the players are that bad. It's just going to be a shit show. Every fucking raid on Iceclown, it's a shit show. And if you think it's otherwise, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. Now, I will tell you, though, that if you join the Discord communities, you'll find a very similar amount of players that do the same shit on Lordaeron and on Icecrown. 1 second. Jesus. I had to sneeze. Um, yeah, the same exact amount of players, the same exact good players play on Lordaeron and on Icecrown. There's the same amount of players and they do the same exact content. They only do it differently. One is speedrunners, and the other is like actually struggling to clear the content and having fun. So I highly recommend Lordaeron for fun, and I recommend Icecrown if you're a black market player just trying to make a buck, like doing this. Look at this. Want to sell boost runs for gold? Why do you think he wants to sell it for gold? 90% of the players on Icecrown farm gold via GDKP, then they sell the gold for coins, and then they sell Warmane coins for real life money using extra characters. Let me make a third fucking account, 15th account, right? Let me make this trash account, have it spam global, selling coins for real life money. And then when they make those accounts, sell the coins, they get the guy in Discord, pull that motherfucker to Discord, then they make the transaction, sell it. They give the guy the gold for the money, and then by the way, they don't scam. The guys actually doing the real life money trades, they know not to scam because they like money, right? They like real life cash, and they don't want to lose their customers. And then when these gold sales happen, these fucking black market sales happen, they keep doing it over and over and over. Why? Because these guys are from third world countries. You know, they're from this fucking country that has like a 15th, like 1 in 100 value of the U.S. dollar, so they need that money, right? That's how they make their money. Okay, so all Warmane is to these players, to the majority of the Icecrown players, is a fucking business. It's a scam. There's no players actually doing the content for fun. no guilds actually doing content on Icecrown. Why? Because when you get a competent guild of 25 people together, you realize, hey, this can be done with 13 players. Why do we need 25 people? Once all 25 people get on board and understand how to play the game, like, even a shred of a little bit, even the slightest, you kill the Lich King within the first raid. And then you do it all on heroic and you do Light of Dawn within a few weeks. Like, Lordaeron is where you go to play the game, honestly. When you're playing on Icecrown, you're playing to get fucked. Anyways, I'm gonna swap over to Lordaeron. I'm gonna go play my game and enjoy myself. I'm done ranting and raving. I think 40 minutes of decompressing. Fucking about 5 hours worth of trash raids on Icecrown was enough. I did want to make this video. I was gonna make the video a lot nicer. I was not gonna rant as much. I was not going to shit on Icecrown as hard. I was gonna say, yeah, Icecrown is fun and can be enjoyable. Lordaeron is just a little bit better. Blah blah blah. I was going in with a lot less bias, and then I played on Icecrown. I was like, oh yeah, this is why I left this trash server. This shit's garbage. Like, nah, fuck Icecrown. Like, and at the end of the day, all I did was farm coins and gold and fucking coins and gold. You do GDKP or you do DKP, buy like farm BIS characters and then sell the BIS characters. Most people act like they don't sell BIS characters, right? They don't want GDKP. Oh, I want to be loyal to the guild. I will do this and that. No, you're going to be loyal to yourself. You're going to get full BIS and you're going to sell your character like every single player does. Don't bullshit. Warmane is like Warmane Icecrown has the greediest player base out of any server you will ever play on. It is a me mentality, and every single player will gladly ninja all the items for themselves and their best friends. Anyways, that was it. I said my piece. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for hitting the video, clicking on the video. If you like the video, subscribe. See y'all in the next one, and thank you for listening to my entire rant.